Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. In this video, we are going to cover the current affairs of 8th of May. The TP Sigman and Co. International Tournament is associated to which of the following sports? Right answer is chess. So this tournament is associated to chess and it recently started in Sweden. If we talk about Sweden, it is European country. The capital of Sweden is Stockholm and the currency of Sweden is Swedish krona. Sweden was also in news as recently Miss Greta Thunberg, who is an environmental activist from Sweden, has been nominated for 2019 Nobel Peace Prize. Apart from that, Sweden is the headquarters of Stockholm International Peace Research Institute. Recently, it was in news as it released latest data, and as per that data, USA is world's largest spender on defense. China is second largest spender on defense, while Saudi Arabia is on third position and India is on fourth. Which Indian squash player has won the women's title at 2019 Asian Individual Squash Championship? Right answer is Joshna Chinnappa. So, Indian squash players Mr. Saurabh Ghoshal and Miss Joshna Chinnappa won their respective Asian Individual Squash Championship title in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. If we talk about the geographical location of Malaysia, it is an Asian country. The capital of Malaysia is Kuala Lumpur and the currency is Malaysian ringgit. Malaysia was also in news as it was the host of Sultan Azlan Shah hockey tournament. South Korea won this tournament by defeating India. Malaysia was also in news as it recently became member of International Criminal Court after ratifying Rome Statute. International Criminal Court was also in news as recently Philippines officially quit ICC. In 2017, Burundi became the first country to quit ICC. It should be kept in mind that India is not a member. Apart from that, Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia has been declared as World Book Capital for year 2020. For present year, Sharjah in UAE has been declared as World Book Capital. Every year on 23rd of April, World Book and Copyright Day is celebrated. Duti Krishna Panda, who passed away recently, was the veteran politician of which party? Right answer is CPI. So Duti Krishna Panda was the veteran CPI leader and former Lok Sabha member and has passed away recently in Bhubaneswar in Odisha. If we talk about Odisha, recently Kanmal Haldi of Odisha got GI tag. GI stands for Geographical Indication. Odisha was also in news as recently the state government launched lexicons of 21 rare tribal languages. The state government was also in news as it launched Kalia Student Scholarship Scheme to boost education for farmers' children. Kalia stands for Krishak Assistance for Livelihood and Income Augmentation. Apart from that, recently Odisha government has launched a boat ambulance service to ferry the boat ambulance service in remote areas. Odisha was also in news because of cyclone Foni. The name Foni was suggested by Bangladesh. It means snake's hood. What is the theme of Indian Pavilion at 58th Venice Biennial 2019? Right answer is 150 years of Mahatma Gandhi. So the theme at 58th Biennial event was Our Time for Future Caring, and India has decided to showcase Father of Nation Mahatma Gandhi to ensure a memorable show. The Indian Pavilion is curated by Kiran Nadar Museum of Art and it is commissioned by National Gallery of Modern Art. Venice is in Italy. If we talk about Italy, recently it launched Prisma Earth Observation Satellite. If we talk about geographical location of Italy, it is an European country and the capital of Italy is Rome. Italy shares border boundary with Mediterranean Sea. The currency of Italy is Euro and the Prime Minister of Italy is Mr. Giuseppe Conte. In fact, the headquarters of FAO is also in Italy in Rome. FAO stands for Food and Agriculture Organization, and recently FAO declared 2023 as International Year of Millets. Which IIT has tied up with E-Governance Services India Limited to upscale Unnat Bharat Abhiyan? Right answer is IIT Kanpur. So recently, IIT Kanpur has tied up with E-Governance Services India Limited to upscale Unnat Bharat Abhiyan. If we talk about E-Governance Services, it is a special purpose vehicle under Ministry of Electronics and IT. If we talk about few other IITs which were in news recently, IIT Madras was in news as it has been ranked as the top institute in overall category in latest edition of NIRF, that is National Institute Ranking Framework. It is an initiative of MHRD, that means Ministry of Human Resource Development. If we talk about MHRD, recently it launched Operation Digital Board to digitize the education system. MHRD was also in news as it launched 70-point grading index to assess the quality of school education in states. On the other hand, MHRD recently signed an agreement with OECD for participation in PISA 2021. The headquarters of OECD is in France in Paris and it conducts PISA every 3 years. PISA stands for Program for International Student Assessment. MHRD was also in news as it recently launched STARS scheme to fund 500 science projects. The scheme was launched on the occasion of National Science Day. STARS stands for Scheme for Translational and Advanced Research in Science, which Space Agency has revealed that giant asteroid 99942 Apophis is expected to fly close to Earth in a decade. Right answer is NASA. So as per latest data from NASA, the giant asteroid named 99942 Apophis is expected to approach dangerously close to Earth in 2029. If we talk about NASA, NASA stands for National Aeronautics and Space Administration. It is space agency of USA. It was formed in 1958. Recently, NASA has revealed that Mercury has a massive solid inner core. This was based on the observations from NASA's MESSENGER mission. MESSENGER stands for Mercury Surface, Space Environment, Geochemistry and Ranging. Apart from that, recently TESS mission of NASA has discovered first Earth-sized planet HD 21749c. If we talk about TESS, it stands for Transiting Exoplanet Survey Satellite. One important thing, you need not to remember exact name of these planets or these asteroids. Just have a glance and that will be enough. Apart from that, recently researchers discovered methane on Saturn's moon Titan from the data obtained by NASA's Cassini spacecraft. Which Indian journalist has won 2018 ACJ Award for Investigative Journalism in Print or Online category? Right answer is Miss Nilima MS. So journalist Miss Nilima MS, who is a reporting fellow with the Karma, has won the prestigious ACJ Award for Investigative Journalism. If we talk about press, the Press Freedom Day was observed on 3rd of May and the theme was Media for Democracy, Journalism and Elections in Times of Disinformation. And the event was jointly organized by UNESCO, African Union Commission and Government of Ethiopia. The capital of Ethiopia is Addis Ababa. Apart from that, recently Pakistani journalist Mr. Cyril Almeida has won World Press Freedom Hero Award of International Press Institute. The headquarters of International Press Institute is in Vienna in Austria. In fact, Vienna is the headquarters of OPEC as well as it is the headquarters of International Atomic Energy Agency. Coming back to press, recently World Press Freedom Index was released. As per this index, India is on 140th position. It should be kept in mind that India has slipped 2 places from its ranking in 2018. The World Press Freedom Index was released by Reporters Without Borders. It is an international non-governmental organization and the headquarters is in Paris in France. INS Vela, which is launched under Indian Navy's Project 75, is the joint venture of India and which of the following countries? Right answer is France. So the fourth of Indian Navy's stealth Scorpion class submarine of Project 75, INS Vela, has been recently launched. Project 75 is a joint venture of India and France. If we talk about France, recently it was in news because of Indo-French joint naval exercise Varun 19.1. Apart from that, recently former ISRO chairman Mr. A.S. Kiran Kumar has been conferred with France's highest civilian award. ISRO stands for Indian Space Research Organization. In addition to that, France was also in news as recently Germany, France and UK set up EU-Iran payment channel to continue trade with Iran despite USA sanctions. The name of payment channel is INSTEX, that is Instrument in Support of Trade Exchanges, and the headquarters of this payment channel is in France in Paris. France was also in news because of Yellow Vest protest. Bandhana, who set New Guinea's world record on longest dancing marathon by an individual, is from which country? Right answer is Nepal. So Miss Bandhana is from Nepal and she has set a new Guinness World Record on longest dancing marathon by an individual by dancing continuously for 126 hours. It should be kept in mind that Miss Bandhana beat the record set by Kerala-based women named Miss Kalamandalam Hemlata. Miss Hemlata is popularly known as Dancing Queen of Kerala and she performed Mohiniyattam continuously for 123 hours and 15 minutes. And recently, Miss Bandhana broke her record by dancing for 126 hours. Miss Bandhana is from Nepal. If we talk about Nepal, recently former Nepal Prime Minister Mr. Tulsi Giri passed away. The present Prime Minister of Nepal is Mr. KP Sharma Oli, while the President is Miss Vidya Devi Bhandari. Nepal was also in news as recently Mr. Nilambar Acharya has been appointed as the new Nepalese ambassador to India. Nepal was also in news because of New Delhi Declaration on Asian Rhinos. 5 countries signed this declaration for conservation and protection of rhino species. These 5 countries are India, Bhutan, Nepal, Indonesia and Malaysia. In addition to that, Nepal was also in news as it has successfully launched its first satellite Nepalisat under BIRDS project. BIRDS project is an initiative of Japan's Kaisu Institute of Technology, and the objective of this initiative is to help countries to launch their first satellite. If we talk about Japan, recently Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency said that Hayabusa 2 spacecraft successfully blasted and created a crater on the surface of asteroid Ryugu. Which country is the current chair of 2019 G7 summit? Right answer is France. So France is the current chair of 2019 G7 summit. India is officially invited to the G7 summit. The summit will be in France in August 2019. If we talk about G7, it is a group of 7 countries. These are Germany, UK, France, Canada, USA, Italy and Japan. It should be kept in mind, earlier it used to be G8. However, after Russia's exit, it has become G7. And recently, Italy has become first G7 country to officially join China's Belt and Road Initiative. If we talk about China, it was in news recently as 2 Indian Navy warships, INS Kolkata and INS Shakti, participated in International Fleet Review in China. China was also in news because of successful test of world's first armed amphibious drone boat named Marine Lizard. China was also in news because of Asian Tea Alliance. 5 countries are the members of this alliance. These are Tea Associations of India, China, Indonesia, Sri Lanka and Japan. Thank you, and that's all for the day.